I know you're somewhere, somewhere. I'm trapped in. Hey, my wonderful strong cups. Today, I don't know why I wasn't planning on doing a reading. It is, let me check the date. Gonna have to start doing this. It's June 30th. Um, and I don't know why, but last night, for whatever reason, Jooheon was just on my mind. Like he just kind of came to me. I was just seeing Jooheon. I'm like, I guess I have to do a reading on him today. I don't know what it's about. It's just I just pulled the cards and I've laid them out. So I guess we're just gonna hop into it. Um, guys, follow me on Twitter, Tumblr. I go by the same username, The Lion's Den Tarot. But yeah, let's get started talking about Jooheon and what he's going through since he's, in my head last night for whatever reason. Um, so what we have is three cards. We have Mars and Scorpio in the 12th house, okay? So the top line says the drive for the extraordinary power of prayer and your faith. Um, hmm. I'm not sure what's going on with Jooheon, but right now, whatever it is surely driving him back to his religion, back to kind of relying on his religion. So, like, if something is going wrong, like he's doing a lot of praying, he's doing a lot of asking the universe for signs, like he's doing a lot of asking for guidance. And, it's to the point that I literally was feeling his energy like what is wrong with him that I'm seeing Jooheon, like what is going on. So he's doing a lot of praying and a lot of calling out to the universe, a lot of asking for signs. Like he's got a lot going on apparently. It's the second line is the confronting of the highest and lowest aspects of hidden tendencies. um, I feel like there's some mistrust going on with Jooheon. I don't know who he's mistrusting so far. Possibly the companies, probably, I was going to say actions, and that seems to be the word underneath the last line. So the actions of other people or around him. So it seems like whatever is going on, he feels like there's something going on behind his back and he wants it to be exposed. He wants whatever it is to be exposed. The last line says, action, control the situation, and large institutions of overwhelming events. Okay. Jooheon is also seems to be, I'm feeling like he's extremely overwhelmed. Like he's getting a lot more job opportunities, a lot more positions. And when I mean job opportunities, I mean like there's probably a lot of people literally calling to work with Jooheon or Monster X or Jooheon in particular. And I feel like there's a lot of events going on for Monster X, probably more than they're used to. They may be piling up, and right now Jooheon is not able to handle it. It seems like Jooheon is like this. He feels like it's out of control and it's overwhelming for him. Um, he is having he is having like anxiety attacks. He is getting really stressed out. Um, that's just kind of what I'm feeling for Jooheon. Like he's really stressed out at everything that's going on. The next cards I drew actually were the tarot. Let's see. Let me put these out of the way. So starting off, we have the Three of Pentacles. So these were up. This was upright, and these were reversed. The Three of Pentacles, King of upright, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, so Jooheon is definitely going to be working with people. Um, I know he already had a collab, but that was with Minhyuk. I don't know if that counts. But I feel like he's going to continue to be working with people, maybe newer job opportunities, like I've stated before, that are going to be coming through for him throughout this year. Um, or that's coming through to him now. And what's going on is like he's kind of he feels a little out of his element. He feels like he's been uprooted. I'm going to say it's probably foreign opportunities. Hold on. I'm going to say that it's probably foreign opportunities because he feels like he's out of his element and out of his comfort zone. We also have the Five of Wands. So whatever it is, like I said, it has his anxieties high. It has him. I feel like he's very self-conscious and he's starting little fights and there are little arguments, little agitations, little snips that he's been having, I believe, at his members because of this. The Nine of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Six of Swords. This was upright. I believe this is reversed. Either way, these cards. Oh, and last, the Wheel. So this was reversed. So these cards are also kind of talking about how he needs to seek advice from people around him, his members, but he's not really listening because he's too busy fretting about the future. He's too busy kind of wound up about what's going to happen next and kind of like what's going to happen with the group. And he's worried about traveling. He's worried about traveling overseas. He's worried about events happening overseas, and he doesn't feel like they're going to have good luck with it. Like he's like things are going to go really bad. This is how Jooheon feels, and Jooheon is a spiritual person, so he could be picking up on something or an event that he's probably not excited to go to, but he's extremely worried about the future. Like I said, it's causing him to do a lot of praying. It's causing him to just have these really bad little aggravated snips at other members and people around him because he's just in a panicked state. And that's kind of what I was seeing from the tarot itself. So I guess we'll wait to see if he does any collabs with foreigners, any more foreigners. So then the next cards are, let's see, which way? Okay, I'll just put them all out. The Dragon, the Talisman, Medusa, Unicorn, and Water. This is not the exact order it came out in, but, it doesn't matter. So basically, again, we're talking about strength and wisdom. Jooheon, he's been the backbone, or he feels like he's the backbone of a lot of the events that's going on right now, or he feels like he's taking on a lot right now, but he wants them to succeed. He's like, if it's too much for him, he's like, it's okay because he wants them to succeed, but it's not really okay for him. We also have the Medusa, jealousy leads to downfall. And I feel like this also kind of goes with kind of like his little angry little snips, and his little quips, whatever, that he may be having. It's because he's because of water, he's very emotional right now. It's like emotions are at their peak, and that's kind of where he is. He's extremely emotional, he's extremely vulnerable. So he may say some things that may be really out of pocket to the other members. He could possibly hurt somebody's feelings. Also, I do feel like there's a mixture of like getting or gaining power, being proud of that power, and also not wanting it, if that makes sense. Like example, like if you get a promotion at a job and you get a high position and your friends are not, or your coworkers, friends, whatever, who did not get that position, they're now, a lower level than you, and you're happy you got that job, and you're like, well, I got this, that, and the third, I've got more money, or however, even though you're proud of your position, you're also very stressed out at the weight it's carrying. And so you could end up even still being jealous of the people who don't have um, who don't even have what you have. Y'all make sense of it. Y'all figure it out what I'm trying to say. But anyway, like I do feel like there are certain things like where he'll say, "Oh well, you know, y'all don't have to do what I have to do." And for them, they're like, okay, like we understand that, it's good. Like we get that, but you need to calm down. Like that's kind of the kind of little arguments that I'm seeing them having because Juwon is stressed. Um, Good fortune and friendship comes out for the unicorn. So it's like if even though even though Juwon is kind of in this mood, and even though Juwon is kind of, every now and then he may say something that could be a little hurtful because he's stressed out. I think they know. They're like they understand that Juwon is under a lot of stress. So good fortune and friendship is here to say that it's not going to hurt them. Like um his hissy fits or whatever he's going through is not going to hurt the rest of the members that much. They're gonna get over it very quickly. But that's just kind of to give you a little more insight on where he's at emotionally. Next we have again kind of what's going on in his life and what he's worried about. So we have the hope, the power, and the create. And so for this line already, we're talking about how Juwon is hoping that he has his own creative freedom. And I feel like there are songs that he wants to drop. I feel like there are songs that he wants to drop that he still hasn't dropped yet or has not been allowed to necessarily drop yet. I also feel like with them being signed to different companies, I'm feeling like he's hoping that he will have his own creative freedom within those other companies and other contracts as well. And that's something that's really bothering him, the big, the light, and the shadow. Okay, so it's again, I feel like the big issue for him is as much light and fame and everything that he's getting, or as much of the spotlight as he's getting or the group is getting, it casts an even bigger shadow. So it's like the bigger they get, the bigger the burden is, and that's one of his biggest problems. Also again, coming down to him wanting to release something, he's worried about how much time he has to do so. I'm not sure why time is a problem for him. I think I did. Let me see, because I only glanced at these cards that I pulled for him. But yeah, he's definitely worried about how much time he has left to possibly release his own personal music. But yeah, time is something that's definitely concerning him. What will happen next? Let me put these up first. We'll probably come back to these later if necessary. So, what will happen next? Investigate. Follow your own good advice. Let me make sure this is all the same deck. Follow your own good advice. Okay, so this is what I was feeling from these. I think they're going to want Juwon to go solo. Permanently, I don't know. But I think Juwon thinks so. And he is, or at least separate the group. And I think that's something that he's very, very concerned about. There's something that he's dreading. I think that, especially because he actually speaks English quite well, um, I think that he thinks like, okay, they're going to start separating me and they're going to start, putting me in a lot more solo activities. And I feel like he's worried about the rest of the members being left behind. Revelations, awakening, and okay, these are all from the same thing. Intimacy, loyalty, and sister love. Yeah. Yeah. So it's he's realized, and they probably are going to try to separate them, honestly. At least, like I said, that's what's on Juwon's mind, and that's what he's thinking. So he's having this revelation, and he's like, his eyes opening. He's like, as much as he wants to be with, his brothers and he's loyal to his brothers, I think he's like, they're going to separate them. And there's possibly also a little bit, because it's kind of like, let's go back to the first cards. Hidden tendencies is there, right? Hidden tendencies. It's like the confronting of the highest and lowest aspects of hidden tendencies. I don't think Jooheon wants to be separated from the members, but at the same exact time, I think Jooheon wants to have his own kind of solo breaks, his own let's see, collaborations with foreign artists by himself. So it's both a greed but also not wanting to let go. He's like, I can't even, I won't even call it a greed. It's more like he wants to do his own thing. At the same time, he doesn't want to feel like he's letting go of his members. He doesn't want to feel like he's abandoning his members. So that's kind of how Jooheon seems to be feeling. Um, So I guess all we can do is wait to see if he does any collaborations by himself with foreign artists, because I feel like it's definitely going to be foreign artists. Um, but we'll see if he does any collaborations with foreign artists by himself, or if he drops any other solo albums for himself. Um, we'll have to wait and see what happens. I don't know why this is what I was called to put out here today, but this is just kind of what is on Jooheon's mind, what he's going through. It's a lot of power and responsibility that he's been given, and it's both he wants to use that power, but he doesn't want to abuse that power, kind of thing. And it's also the pressure and the stress of having and holding all of that power within these companies, because I do think that he may be the main one who is possibly being sought after within foreign companies right now. Alrighty, so that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Since I guess I did this, I will probably try to do the other members as well. Let me know if you want that. Leave in the comment what Monster X member do you want a solo reading on next, or any other member from any other group. And until next time, guys, don't forget to email me at thelinesantaro@yahoo.com if you want your own personal reading. And again, follow me on Twitter and Tumblr, and y'all know the drill. All right, until next time, my strong cubs. Toodles.